Quantitative easing, or QE, has emerged as a powerful tool for governments and central banks worldwide. This approach involves injecting funds into the economy by purchasing assets like government bonds. QE aims to stimulate economic activity by encouraging borrowing and investment. The Bank of England, for instance, has successfully used QE to stabilize markets and promote growth. This innovative approach has gained traction globally, with countries adapting it to their unique circumstances. The Philippines now stands at a crucial juncture, poised to leverage QE principles to address its pressing housing needs and unlock sustainable economic growth. By understanding the global impact of QE, we can better appreciate the transformative potential of this proposal for the Philippines. The Philippine government plans to create significant new money, with a net amount of just over $2 billion. This amount, which is based on the balance after the suggested 5-year set-off of 100% of the entire first 5 years coupons on the bond, which permits the government to cover other critical infrastructure expenditure without worrying about meeting the bond liabilities until year 6. By then, the majority of the planned 45,000 low-cost housing units will have been completed, with related profit-taking and the full amount of the costs still available for the next and additional 50,000 low-cost housing units, and so on. The proposed structured finance initiative presents a unique opportunity for the Philippines to address its housing deficit while stimulating economic growth. The plan involves the issuance of a 25-year bond by the BSP, the country's central bank. This bond, with a carefully calculated 6.5% coupon rate, will be purchased at a 15% discounted present value rate, resulting in a purchase price of 40.73% of the face value, attracting investors while minimizing the immediate financial burden. The additional borrowed proceeds derived by this bond issuance will be strategically channeled towards funding as many low-cost housing projects under the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development DHSUD's declared plans. This approach ensures that the funds are fully directed towards a critical social need. The discounted purchase price also creates an arbitrage opportunity based on the 1.0% differential between the bond coupon and the expected interest rate on the line of credit, further enhancing the financial viability of the project. This initiative will result in the creation of a significant net amount of new money in the hands of the Philippine government, amounting to just over $2 billion. Additionally, as the plan includes the suggested 5-year set-off of 100% of the annual coupons on the bond, as stated, this allows the government to cover other critical infrastructure expenditures without worrying about bond liabilities until year 6. By year 6, the majority of the planned 45,000 low-cost housing units will be completed, with related profit-taking by the developers, and includes the Philippine government, who are proposed to be part of the Zotus Group joint venture. And after the entire building process has been completed, the full amount of the original building costs remains still available for the next 50,000 to 100,000 low-cost housing units, and so on. The foundation of any sound financial system lies in responsible credit creation. This proposal strictly adheres to the 3 golden rules outlined by financial experts. First, creditworthiness is ensured through the backing of a sovereign guarantee and the initial collateralization by an international bill of exchange. Second, the legitimate purpose of the bond issuance is clearly defined: to finance the development of the initial 45,000 low-cost housing units, directly aligning with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, the DHSUD's mandate. Finally, successful outcomes are guaranteed through a multifaceted approach. The sale of these housing units will, if needed, generate revenue to repay the bond, although from year 6 it is expected that the Philippine government will be able to meet the coupon commitments. with the arbitrage account providing an additional layer of financial security. It is essential to understand that the creation of new money through the bond issuance allows the Philippine government to cover other critical infrastructure expenditures. This is due to the suggested 5-year set-off of 100% of the first 5 years' coupons on the bond. This enables the government to focus on other critical projects without worrying about bond liabilities until year 6, with an additional 3% interest per annum estimated from the set-off monies, which will provide over an additional $650,000, which is expected to be drawn down each year by the Philippine government parties on the reducing balance. Again, as previously stated by year 6, the majority of the planned 45,000 low-cost housing units will be completed, with the full amount of costs still available for the next 50,000 to 100,000 low-cost housing units, with significant impact on the DHSUD's requirement for up to 1.3 million new units. Section 4. Safeguarding the future. Risk mitigation and financial prudence. Prudent risk management is paramount to the success of any financial endeavor. This proposal incorporates several robust risk mitigation measures to ensure long-term stability. The sovereign guarantee provided by the Philippine government serves as a powerful safeguard, minimizing the risk for investors and guaranteeing the repayment of both the principal and interest on the bond. Furthermore, the project will most likely be treated as an off-balance sheet matter by both the Philippine government and the Zotus Group, who are pioneering this project, reducing any potential impact on the government's fiscal position, its credit ratings, or any other negative aspect. The restricted terms of the issuance and prohibition from placement of the bond into the secondary financial markets will remove and minimize market volatility and ensure full audit transparency with a 100% confidential reporting requirement. Additionally, the dedicated arbitrage account, which will be established to manage the funds derived from the expected 1.0% per annum differential of the bond coupon and the loan interest rates, will be prudently managed and generate an expected 3.0% per annum compounded additional revenue, acting as a buffer against potential interest rate fluctuations and providing a substantial cushion for unforeseen matters. The significant net portion of the new money created will be in the hands of the Philippine government, with an estimated amount of just over $2 billion to be used as they see fit. The 5-year set-off of 100% of the first 5 years' coupons on the bond fully allows the government to cover other critical infrastructure expenditures without worrying about bond liabilities until year 6. This being a very strong foundation for the planned growth of the Philippine economy. Section 5. Building a brighter Philippines. Unlocking prosperity through innovation. This innovative structured finance proposal has, as stated, the potential to unlock significant social and economic benefits for the Philippines. By addressing the pressing need for affordable housing, the initiative will immediately improve the lives of thousands of Filipino families. Beyond the immediate social impact, the project will also stimulate economic growth by creating jobs in the construction and related sectors. The strategic use of the basic QE principles, but more in line with the original intent for SAME, will inject much-needed liquidity into the economy, encouraging additional private investment and fostering a more vibrant financial ecosystem. This creative initiative demonstrates the willingness of the Zotus Group to support the Philippines' commitment to fiscal responsibility and the joint dedication to creating a brighter future for all its citizens.